Rainforest Action Network and the Sierra Club looking at mountaintop removal in Appalachia and trying to work with local governments to get it stopped. Failing, that aspect failed. So instead they weren't able to go after really the coal companies because consumers are not very familiar with these companies. So instead they traced the financing to these coal companies to 9 banks. And they published these 9 banks year after year and how they were financing, at what scale. And that started in 2010. Last year was the 5th year of their campaign, and Wells Fargo and JP Morgan announced that they were cutting ties with the coal companies. So this is not obviously stopping mountaintop removal entirely, but it is halting the progress and making the other banks very afraid about the way the standards are tipping. Another example I like is Greenpeace. They went after a bunch of big box retailers for selling unsustainable seafood, and they would rank the retailers. And year after year after year, Trader Joe's kept coming up in the bottom third of this ranking. And they said, that's so strange because the consumers at Trader Joe's really care. So in 2009, they launched the Trader Joe's campaign, Traitor. They took out a full-page ad in the New York Times. They had demonstrations at many Trader Joe's across the nation. They had a really cool internet platform where their volunteers could use that platform to call managers around the nation, and it sent a singing fish telegram begging to stop selling unsustainable seafood. It was playful, but it was also intense exposure. And as a result, Trader Joe's moved up of that campaign very much, and it's very obvious it was a result, from something like 19th on the list to 4th on the list, and gave up a lot of their. Now, so did that solve the problem of selling unsustainable seafood? No. Are we eventually going to need, I think, probably serious legislation in place? Yes. But shaming can act as a stopgap in a way that I don't see any evidence of guilt really working at that scale.